Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. Pit exit's clear. Push. Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. Pit exit's clear. The track temp's increasing. It's now 115 Fahrenheit.
I'm going to play some footage of a routine traffic stop, and I want you to pay close attention. See if you can spot the controversy here. After pulling the car over, the officer asks for the driver's license and registration.
I just need to see your driver's license and your vehicle registration.
He gives the driver the reason for pulling her over.
The reason I'm stopping you, I clocked you going 70. The speed limit here is 55.
He's polite with her while he returns to his computer system.
Just hold tight for a quick moment and I'll be right back, okay? Thanks.
He opts to ticket her for her speeding violation, explaining to her that her options are to pay the fine or appear in court.
Yeah, no warnings today, ma'am. So your court date is going to be June the 6th at 10:30 for the speeding of 70 and a 55. You have the option to prepay this. I'm going to give you a phone number plus a website that has our courthouse information. If you contact our courts, they will tell you what the fine is, answer any one of your questions, and if you decide to prepay it, then you do not have to come to court.
And after a brief battle, he explains she needs to sign her court summons or be arrested, and she opts to comply.
You do not have a choice but to sign the summons. So once again, you're signing right there. So thank you. I knew you were going to sign it. Thank you very much.
The officer wishes her a good day, and the two go their separate ways.
Appreciate it very much, and you have a very safe day. Okay? Thank you.
But did you catch it? It was subtle, and you may have missed it. It was the part where the cop was really racist and threatening.
I just was bullied by a racist cop who threatened to pull me out of a car in the middle of nowhere, where I could have been the next victim of police abuse with no repercussions. Could have happened very easily.
At least according to the ticketed woman, she immediately took to Facebook Live to describe herself as the victim of racially motivated police abuse and encouraged others to share the video and said she'd be filing a complaint with the police department.
If you are not African American and you are my friend, watch this whole video and share it and help end the racism that we go through every single day for no reason.
New fastest lap for Jones, 142.3.
And that's actually how the body cam footage we saw became public. The woman's name is Dawn Hilton Williams, and she was pulled over by that officer in Brunswick County, Virginia.
The leader's just done a 138.2.
Flames on Facebook complaining of her ticketing. The Brunswick County Sheriff's Office received numerous calls and messages with complaints and outrage. In response to those accusations of misconduct and outright racial abuse, the Sheriff's Department released that unedited footage of the traffic stop, and Miss Williams' case was shown to be entirely untrue. But let's have a look at her original Facebook stream. It's important to understand just how far from the facts these stories can stray. It shows us exactly why we shouldn't accept grandiose claims based only on hearsay, especially when that hearsay is coming from somebody who's hysterically emotional. Though as Miss Williams claims, that emotion is way out of character.
And I'm sorry that I'm upset, but I don't get upset too much, and I normally don't emote and become emotional on Facebook. That's not my personality type.
We have a major update on the Provo shooting. I talked about this earlier, but now it appears we have confirmation from police in Provo. This car was driving down the street. We don't know why. I believe it may have been a woman. I'm not sure. I'll read you their tweets.
The craziest news of last week was the bizarre and brutal story of a lesbian couple who drove their family of 6 adopted children off a coastal Highway 1 cliff in Northern California, a move at this point that is believed to have killed the entire family. Investigators note the family hit the cliffside at 90 miles per hour, and citing the lack of marks to indicate quick acceleration or braking, California Highway Patrol now says they have reason to believe this crash was intentional. As shocking as that scene was, it's less shocking when considered in the context of that family's history. This was a family that often put itself on public political display, attending Bernie rallies, extolling the virtues of love and kindness. Their son Devontae was part of a viral photo hugging a cop crying at a Portland protest after the officer who shot Michael Brown was not indicted in Missouri. But this was a case of publicly advertised virtue that was cloaking a very dark private life. The two mothers, Sarah and Jennifer Hart, had trouble with authorities in every state in which they lived. In 2011, Sarah Hart pleaded guilty to domestic assault on her daughter Abigail, this when the family lived in Alexandria, Minnesota. 6-year-old Abigail went to school and told her teacher that mommy gave her owies on her tummy and her back. The teacher observed bruises and asked the child what happened. The child said, "Mom hit me." And I'm scrolling through news from encouraging you to make your own conclusions about what this stray garbage actually represents. This sighting was reported and investigated as a recent reported campus lynching.
The track temp is 116 Fahrenheit, 14th. We need to follow car number 2 in the right lane. We need to catch car number 2. Catch up to car number 2. We need to catch up to car number 2. Alright Blake, here we go. Go, nail it! Looks like P6 has gone off in Hollywood. Good start, mate. Looks like P4 has binned it in the S's. Yellow flag, caution. P9. 10 minutes remaining, 10 minutes.
Right side. Clear to the right.
Okay Blake, you're gaining on the guy in front. The gap is 0.9. The car in front of us is now Jones. The gap behind's increased to 1.4. The leader has just done a 138.1. 10th position. Sector 1 is 2.8, off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.9, off the pace. Sector 3 is 2.4, off the pace. Incident in McLean's. It looks like Burger.
Car left. Clear to the left.
Nice one, Blake. This is terrific. Exactly what we came here for. There's an incident in Redgate. We think it might be Bradshaw.
Clear right.
E9. That's the fastest lap. You're halfway home, got plenty of fuel. Come on, let's put this hard work to good use. Okay, Blake, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. The gap to Burger ahead is now 1.7. P10. The gap to Campos behind is increasing. It's now 8.2 seconds. Push, we can get this guy. Yellow flag. There's an incident in Goddard's. P9. Two minutes to go, 2 minutes. Incident in Goddard's. Good lap. That's your quickest so far. There's an incident in Starkey's Bridge. Yellow flag. Watch out. There's an incident in Schwantz Curve. Eighth place. White flag, one more lap. That lap time was 1:42.8. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. Looks like P5's gone off in Hollywood. Yellow flag. Caution. We think P5 has binned it in. Red gate. P8. Okay, it's over. Well done, mate. Good finish.
an insurrectionist, an extremist, what do you want to call him, pulled out a pistol, fired, and shot the driver. Let me repeat that for you. One of the Black Lives Matter extremists, whatever you want to call him, pulled out a gun and shot the driver of a car who was just trying to drive down the street. This is what happens when you have no police, when these things are unconstrained. And I've never been the biggest proponent of police. I'm totally a fan of reform. All right, I recognize people are people, but this has gone too far. When is it going to stop? When will any of these politicians do something about it? You know, right now, we've got Trump kind of holding back. He's taking care of things on a federal level, dealing with people crossing state lines. You know, he's trying to charge people who desecrate statues when they've crossed state lines and he has federal jurisdiction. He theoretically could invoke the Insurrection Act. But he's not going to do it. Some people say it's because, you know, the Democrats want him to. They want to call him a dictator. Look, you know what, man? With the Chaz Chop, with the New York occupation, with the chaos that's been bubbling up, we've got dysfunctional government across the board in this country. Let me read you what the police said in Provo. This is Provo Police. They say, the city police were made aware of a planned police rally and a counter-protest scheduled for last night. Both events coincided without incident until 8:38 p.m., when a call was received regarding possible gunshots and a hit and run. Shortly thereafter, we received another call regarding a shooting victim at Utah Valley Hospital. Numerous citizens and protesters provided video footage. A white SUV was driving south on University Avenue before pulling into the right turn lane in an attempt to turn onto Center Street. Several protesters began crowding around the vehicle. A male protester ran to the SUV on the passenger side, pointed a handgun at the